All new today.
The Anna Nicole Smith saga.
You need to find out who the father is and then take the child off the radar.
Howard K. Stern's sister speaks to Dr. Phil.
And sets the record straight about her brother.
Who is the real father?
If someone wants to say you are not the father, I challenge them to the paternity test.
He was told he was the father.
By Anna.
By Anna.
Does Howard believe he is the father of this baby? Why will he not take a DNA test and prove it? Have they talked directly? Most importantly, we'll discuss what's best for Anna Nicole's baby.
Howard would be willing to take Dannielynn without the money.
If he's not the father, what is his plan? Coming up. Let's do it. I want you to get excited about your life.
Here we go.
Stand by, camera 6.
If you're going to talk to me, you're going to have to be honest.
Stand by, Dr. Phil.
It's showtime. This is going to be a changing day in your life.
Stand by, A, and roll A. Check in. Go, Dr. Phil.
Thank you very much. All right, Anna Nicole Smith may have been laid to rest, but the story of her life and death has not. Anna's shocking death still leaves so many unanswered questions, accusations, and speculation. I, like so many of you, am very concerned that this baby, Dannielynn, does not become a commodity and get swept up in the frenzy of all of this drama and media. So I have a very different interest in this maybe than most people. Is she being seen as the prize, the cash cow, or is she loved and valued as the precious child that she is? Who is the father? Who should raise this child? And what is so hard about determining the rightful father? Now, when Anna Nicole tragically passed away, we explored the tumultuous life and untimely death of the beauty queen. I want you to take a look at this recent show. Anna Nicole's life was a rags to riches story. She was a small town girl from Texas who made it to the big time.
She is blonde, beautiful, and the newest face to represent Guess Jeans. For 24-year-old Anna Smith of Mahia, Texas, it is a dream come true.
When I was little, I used to dress up and go to the mall and walk around thinking someone would discover me. Now I'm the Guess girl.
You heard it right. The 38-year-old blonde bombshell is expecting a baby.
While the Texas bombshell should have been anticipating the birth of her beautiful baby girl, tragedy struck.
Shock and disbelief. 20-year-old Daniel Wayne Smith passed away yesterday in Nassau in the Bahamas while visiting his mother, who had delivered a 6-pound 9-ounce daughter on Thursday. Anna is devastated.
I dream of him every day and every night. It's like he's calling me to come to him.
Imagine having your child die and having to live through this publicly. I mean, this was part of the problem, I think.
Oh yeah, I'm a mess. I'm gonna be a mess forever.
Can you get through this, Anna, or not?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Was anybody stepping up and saying anything about this, saying, you're not well, you don't look healthy, you need help?
You have to understand, Anna, though, is a very controlling person. She really gets it her way. You even made an offer through our company to try to help. Anna's big fear was, because she's such a public figure, that this would get out to the public. Even when she wasn't feeling very good, Anna said, I'm not going to go to hospital. What are you going to do, put her on your shoulder and take her to the hospital?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, seriously, I think at some point, somebody has to step up and you know, get really, really aggressive about it.
The last moments of a carefree and candid Anna with The Insider. I was with Anna as she took a rare respite from her solitude. We rode around the Bahamas drinking coconut juice out of coconut shells, and it was as if the old Anna Nicole had returned. But later on, she seemed sad, exhausted from her grief. Howard puts a loving hand on her as she exits the car, and then helps her up the stairs of her mansion. I think people at the end just thought this is her personality, you know? This is the way, I know what you're saying.
But it's not a personality to slur your words. Can you not look at somebody and see that there's something not right? When she went out for 45 minutes on you, your comment was, Nobody even acted surprised that this was going on all of the time. And it worries me that some of these folks have sycophants around them who tell them what they want to hear instead of what they need to hear, and it winds up in a tragic outcome.
Anna Nicole's last minutes alive.
She's not breathing and she's not responsive. She's actually Anna Nicole Smith.
A battle for baby Dannielynn.
We have breaking news from another court battle tonight.
Larry Burkhead filed a paternity suit claiming he was Dannielynn's father.
From being close to her, do you have a sense of who the baby's father is and who she believes it was? Do you think she truly believes it's Howard?
I asked Howard Case-Turner, point blank, are you the father of this baby? And he said yes.
If there wasn't the estate money pot at the end of the rainbow, would everybody be climbing this hill to claim this baby?
Her attorney, her ex-lover, who's the father of Anna's baby.
It's astounding to me how when this death has occurred, all of a sudden the sky fills up with vultures circling around wanting to pick a carcass for money.
Zsa Zsa Gabor's husband has come forward with a stunning claim.
Sometimes I'm a bad boy, yeah.
Smith's sister now says that Anna Nicole's rich late husband could be the dad as well. She allegedly froze some of his sperm.
It's a legal tug of war.
Well, let's see where things are with this ever-changing story now.
Anna Nicole Smith's body has finally been buried 3 weeks after she died in Florida.
Newspaper accounts have described the funeral as horrible and tasteless.
Former playmate was dressed in a pink designer gown and was wearing a tiara. As late as this morning, Virgie Arthur tried to get a Bahamas judge to stop the funeral. Fans cheered her ex-boyfriend, Larry Burkhead. They jeered her mother.
Her grave has become the Bahamas' newest tourist attraction.
Howard Stern and LA photographer Larry Burkhead are still in a battle over paternity of Smith's daughter, Dannielynn.
There's a new development in the Anna Nicole Smith saga. We are now learning her former boyfriend, Larry Burkhead, and his attorney, Deborah Opry, are no longer working together.
The death of Anna Nicole Smith's son takes a dark new turn. Police now call his death suspicious.
It's a potential bombshell. New evidence could impact the findings in the death of Anna Nicole Smith.
Well, joining us is Kevin Frazier, the weekend host and correspondent for Entertainment Tonight, who has interviewed all of the key players in this story. Also joining us is Entertainment Tonight and The Insider's senior supervising producer, Bonnie Teagle, who has been the driving force behind much of their on-air coverage. So, guys, where is the investigation now?
Dr. Phil, that's a great question, because every day it changes. Just when you expect something and you think something's going to happen, it all turns around. So I don't know. I don't know that answer.
Now, they've confiscated computers in this. What's up with that?
Well, there's a belief that there is something on that computer, on Anna's personal computer, that could have played a part in her death.
Now, they haven't issued a toxicology report yet. What's holding this up?
We hear that it could be as early as the end of this week. Again, with all the surprises, it could be in 3 weeks from now. What's holding it up, we believe, is the information that they're trying to get from these computers, which I believe were taken from Anna's home.
Okay, now Bonnie was at the funeral of Anna Nicole Smith. And so, Bonnie, what did you see? You were there, you were inside the tents. What happened here?
It's sad. I think everybody has to keep remembering that this is very sad. This young woman is gone for whatever reason she is. She lost her son soon before that. I don't think it was a spectacle. I think it was very much Anna. It was pink, it was fluffy, it was furry, it was with sparkles, and I think it's what she probably would have wanted.
Howard took this hard, you said.
Very hard.
In what way?
I think it was a finality for him. There was one very, very tough part, and that was everyone was seated. There was one section that was Larry and Howard, and on the other side of the church was Virgie's side, which was very sparse because she had not entered. It was about 45 minutes.
Did she time her entrance to come in with the coffin?
The coffin showed up and she arrived. How that all came about, I don't know, but I know that it was 45 minutes late.
Okay, now, I'm told she shoveled 51 spades of dirt onto the grave, and then when she left, walked right over the top of the grave. What's up with that?
I don't know.
All right. Next, the big question on everyone's mind, what about baby Dannielynn? Plus, we'll talk about a red carpet moment with Anna Nicole that had Kevin receiving hate mail. We'll be right back.
Are you getting ready to go in and wow the folks?
I want to stand here with you all night and with all my friends.
I was there when God gave you to me as a blessing. You grew up in a family of 7. We all loved you and have so many stories to tell about you. We watched you grow into a beautiful, caring woman. And we watched you stumble a few times, but you always got back up and carried on. I know that you never meant to leave us, and I know you would never have left your little baby girl. We love you, and we know that you loved us. Goodbye, my baby daughter.
Today, we're talking about the fascinating twists and turns of Anna Nicole Smith's life and death. Now, what you just saw was Anna Nicole's mother, Virgie, speaking at Anna's funeral. We're with weekend anchor Kevin Frazier and senior supervising producer Bonnie Teagle from Entertainment Tonight. Now, Kevin interviewed Anna right before the 2004 American Music Awards, where it was obvious that she just wasn't quite right. Take a look.
Are you getting ready to go in and wow the folks? Yeah. Or do you just want to stand out here on the red carpet with me all night?
I want to stand here with you all night and with all my friends. I love them.
All right, what did Anna tell you on the red carpet?
We were right in front of a large bleacher full of fans, and Anna came out, and she was, as you could see, she was slurring her words. So at that point, I was kind of like, let's just have some fun and make this a light moment, as light as possible, because I don't know what could come out of your mouth and how you feel right now.
Did you think she was on something?
When she arrived for the earlier interview, everyone was shocked at her disposition, and we all were like, what's wrong? And Anna said, I've been working out with a trainer, I'm tired, and that's why my legs are shaking and I can't really walk. Howard said she had taken some muscle relaxant. relaxers. And Larry Burkhead, who I talked to before, just looked at me and he shook his head. And he was a little upset, and he kind of just moved off to the back.
You got hate mail about this segment.
Well, it was the weirdest thing. A couple of days later, I got a piece of mail that said, "Why can't you be with your own race? Why do you want Anna Nicole Smith so much?" And it was surprising. It was surprising.
Yeah, well, there's still a lot of wackos out there, no question about it. If you wrote that letter, you're a wacko. All right. Kevin also spoke to Anna that same day about her experience with taking painkillers and thoughts on her idol, Marilyn Monroe. Take a look at this, very interesting.
You're a woman who's overcome a lot of stuff in your life. What's your secret?
My secret?
Mm-hmm.
Get off the painkillers, because painkillers make you depressed.
Mm-hmm.
If you have to go into rehab, oh my goodness.
Tough?
It is not fun.
How's that whole Marilyn thing? Do you ever think you'll bring that back again?
I feel that we are bonded. There was like 600 pictures with my other photographer.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one picture that was all like white, like a ghost.
You're saying she was there, huh? You felt like Marilyn was there?
Yes, I do. So are you married?
No, I'm divorced. So I'm single.
Oh, you're single?
I'm single.
Really?
Well, Howard, what's your number again, man? So, let me tell you what, I'm married now, by the way. What was happening is when she came in and sat down and laid down, and what you can't see is the people that I'm looking at are the cameraman, our producers, Howard, Larry. Everyone was looking at me like, oh my gosh, this is unbelievable. What is wrong with her?
She was laying down during the whole interview.
She laid down during the whole interview. And at that moment, you're like, let's just keep this light because something really scary is going on right now.
And what's this, I mean, do you think she was thinking that Marilyn Monroe was hovering over her?
In her old house. She lived in Marilyn's house, the house that Marilyn died in for a little while. And she said that one night she felt like she saw Marilyn hovering over her. Look, let's be honest. Obviously, there was something wrong with her, and it was more than working out or muscle relaxants. And we were all kind of stunned at the fact that she came to do that interview like that, and then that she later went to an award show like that.
Yeah. All right, Kevin also spoke to Anna's mother, Virgie Arthur, after Anna's son, Daniel, died. Let's take a look at that.
Have you talked to Anna?
Anna called, Vicky called once, and she was so drugged up, she was so medicated, I think, that I could not understand a word she said.
Do you think that the drug use has been there all along?
She got mixed up with drugs a long time ago and has been on them, I think, ever since.
Do you think that there's a possibility that Daniel was taking methadone because he was detoxing?
No, you couldn't make me believe it, no.
What do you think methadone was doing in his system?
Somebody had to give it to him.
Has it really set in?
That he's gone?
Yeah.
No, no.
How did she feel about Anna and Daniel?
She loved both Anna and Daniel. I think the problem was that they were estranged. She was also very angry that day, too, because she was upset. Her grandson was gone.
Well, Kevin also spoke to Larry Burkhead right after Anna moved to the Bahamas to give birth to Dannielynn. Let's look at that.
Why does she go to the Bahamas to have a child?
The reason I was told that she went to the Bahamas was if a baby's born in the Bahamas, it would be a little harder for a father who is wanting to participate in the baby's life to be able to do so.
Have you tried to contact her? You've called her?
I spoke to her a day before the baby was born. I was hopeful down to the wire that the last minute I would be hopping a plane somewhere and I would get to witness the birth, but didn't happen.
I look at your eyes and I wonder, does she have your eyes?
I don't know. I don't know.
Did you love her?
I still do love her, you know. There's no doubt about it. How can you not love the mother of your child.
Do you think there'll be a day where you will be actively involved with your daughter?
If someone wants to say to me, you are not the father of this baby, then I challenge them to come forward and we'll take a paternity test.
What did you think when he claimed to be the father?
I believe what he says. I think that his stance is, let's just take a paternity test. It's that simple. But he was told that he was the father.
By Anna.
By Anna. The day that Anna died, I called Larry immediately, and he answered the phone, and he just started screaming, Kevin, tell me it's not true. And he started crying and screaming, and he dropped the phone for a minute. Then he picked it back up. He's like, please tell me it's not true. Check and make sure that it's not a rumor. He was very distraught.
All right, coming up, the baby is in the care of Howard K. Stern, and we're going to talk to Howard's sister, Bonnie, who wants to set the record straight about her brother.
The most tragic thing is all the negativity. Howard has been with her through everything. He loved her and would never kill her. I would say that till my dying day. No, my brother is not a killer.
Closed captioning provided by
If Anna Nicole was guilty of one thing, it was that she wanted each and every one of us to feel like we were most important in her world and number one. Anna Nicole can often be misunderstood on what she wanted from life and what she needed. Anna often said, I gave myself to Hollywood, and by doing so, she brought smiles and happiness to many lives. She tried her best often when she didn't have the strength. She could truly make a bad shot picture perfect. So I just want to close in saying something that she always wanted me to say to her every night. And that's, good night, my sweet Anna baby.
Even after her tragic death, the unbelievable minute-by-minute updates in Anna Nicole's story continue to mesmerize the entire world. Questions still remain unanswered. Who is Dannielynn's biological father? Is it Larry Burkhead, who you just saw giving a eulogy? And who should get custody of this baby? Now, Howard K. Stern's sister Bonnie says she refuses to stand by and watch her brother become the villain in this awful series of tragedies.
I had great times with Anna. I knew her very well. We had a great relationship. The most tragic thing about this whole story for me is all the negativity. The reason that I'm doing this interview is because there are so many misconceptions about my brother. One of the misconceptions is that Howard profited from Anna's death, that there's a life insurance policy. That is not true. Since Anna's death, Howard has not personally received any money. Howard was around Anna when she had no money. And other misconception that Howard killed Daniel. Other than Howard K. Marshall, my brother was the only father figure that Daniel had in his life. He would do anything for Daniel. And other misconception that Howard would harm Anna. There is no truth to that at all. He lived for her. He loved her and would never kill her. I would say that till my dying day. No, my brother is not a killer. Howard and Anna were planning on getting married, and she was trying to get pregnant again. Howard has been with her through everything. The relationship between Anna and Howard, Anna was definitely in charge. Anna was the puppet master, and Howard would do whatever Anna wanted him to do. They did have an intimate relationship. However, Anna was not really the type of person to have an exclusive relationship with one person. And other misconception that Dannielynn is worth $474 million. That is not the truth at all. Howard would be willing to take Dannielynn without the money. He loves her for her, not for what's in the estate. I think Howard is Dannielynn's father. If Howard has to take a DNA test, he will. He's just not going to voluntarily take a DNA test. I think Howard should get custody of Dannielynn. He is the person who's going to love and care for her. She's already lost her mother. I just wouldn't want to see her lose her father. I'm very concerned about my brother. He is totally and utterly destroyed. He lost his best friend. She was everything to him. There are people out there that are threatening him on top of it. He does have threats on his life. He feels like he's lost his world. Dannielynn is definitely that ray of hope for him. I don't know if he would be here if it wasn't for her.
Well, Bonnie, you say you're here today for one thing, and that is to really dispel these misconceptions about your brother.
Yes.
He's not the bad guy in this.
No, he's not the bad guy.
How's he doing as a father at this point? Because when all this is swirling around, he's being a father, he's being a dad. How's that going?
Well, I mean, he is spending all of his time with Dannielynn and in the house. He's making sure that she's going to her medical appointments. He's making sure that she's cared for. She has 2 nannies as well that work with her that switch off. So she has full-time care all day long. You know, he's giving her all the love he can, and he is trying to be the mom and the dad for Dannielynn.
Out of all the things that have been said about your brother, what's the worst, most offensive thing to you?
That he's a killer.
And it's been said that he's responsible for Daniel's death and Anna Nicole's, right? That he's contributed in both. What do you say about that?
Well, first of all, it's the most insane thing out there. The reason for that is Howard was Daniel's father figure for like at least 8 or 10 years. He did everything with Daniel. He took him places, he spent time with him, he played video games with him, which was his favorite thing to do. He got him enrolled in schools. It's like he did every single thing to make sure that Daniel had a happy life.
Is he the father of this baby?
Yes, he is.
How do you know that?
Anna wrote me an email, and I spoke to her in March, I spoke to her in April, May, and in August she said to me, "Hello, Aunt Bon Bon." And that's what she used to call me. And she said that I can't wait for you to be the aunt of this baby, and I can't wait for you to see the baby. She knew what a good aunt I was to my other niece and nephew. And she was so excited to join the whole family.
Does Howard believe he is the father of this baby?
Yes, he does.
I mean, really, the core of his soul, he believes that.
Core of his soul.
All right, coming up, I want to ask Bonnie a question about her brother that everyone wants to know the answer to. We'll be right back.
the truth. There's only one truth. It's not what people say in court, even if those people are your blood relatives. Nobody gave Anna the credit that she deserved. She became a household name, one of the most famous people in the world, and that didn't happen by accident. Anna knew exactly what she was doing. The only thing that she couldn't overcome was the death of her son. Daniel was the world to her. Well, Anna, today, you are going home to Daniel in the Bahamas and in heaven. And I understand how you felt when Daniel died, because you were my rock, and now my heart's empty. And I wish God took me instead. I can't believe that you're gone. You're not here to protect me anymore. And honestly, I don't know how I'm gonna go on, but I know that my work isn't done. I still have to protect you. And when my work is done, I will come home to you again, both you and Daniel. I love you.
Tough to watch even now, because he's in a process of grieving.
Yes.
And it's hard to grieve with all of this swirling around him.
Absolutely.
Here's the big question on my mind, and I think on everybody's mind. If he is the father of this baby and he knows that, why will he not just volunteer to take a DNA test, prove it, close this controversy down, and move on with being a father out of the limelight?
Howard has tried to settle everything that is going on, the house, the paternity, and the DNA outside of the media.
Okay, so he has made offers to who to do what?
He made offers to Larry Burkhead. He made offers to Ben Thompson, the owner of the house. The offers to Larry Burkhead were to settle paternity and to settle taking the DNA test outside of the media.
Okay, but what does settle mean?
He was willing to do these things outside of the media, with no media around.
Have they talked directly?
Larry Burkhead and Howard have talked directly, yes.
Okay, so did Howard call him?
Yes.
And said, let's go resolve this, but outside of the media?
Yes.
And Larry said what?
No.
Said he wouldn't do it?
They can't do it outside of the media. He made the phone calls. He made the offers. He was open and willing to do that, and they were not willing to do it.
Okay, but he doesn't need Larry Burkhead to do this. All he needs is his DNA and Dannielynn's DNA, and then it's solved. I mean, he can prove if he is the father. He doesn't need Larry Burkhead. If he wants to do that, that can be arranged to get that done with confidentiality. He wants to take the test. He wants to get it done.
He wants the DNA to be done privately.
Okay. You're saying he is going to do this at some point. He's going to take the DNA test and prove this.
Well, somebody's going to take the DNA test.
If he's not the father, what is his plan?
I don't know what his plan is.
I mean,
I don't know.
He just hadn't said. It's hard to know at this point.
Right.
All right, coming up, we're going to meet two of Anna's closest friends who have a unique take on Dannielynn's biological father and what Larry Burkhead's attorneys have to say about what happened in court today. We'll be right back.
Virgie arrived at the church service late.
It's tradition that you take a scoop of dirt and put it over the grave. She did more than 3 or 4, and there was stamping on the ground.
Howard is under an extraordinary amount of stress. It's a person like Howard, you worry that he's going to lose it.
If you would like to purchase a tape or transcript of your favorite Dr. Phil show, log on to drphil.com or call 866-4-DR-PHIL. That's 866-437-7445. 866-437-7445.
I think there should be a DNA test. I've spoken to Larry. Larry has said that, yes, they broke up back in July of 2005. However, they had a romantic get-together in December or January, which in turn makes it possible that it could be Larry's baby.
Anna did say to me, Howard and her were the parents. If it doesn't happen to be Howard, then I think he should have rights to see the child.
If Dannielynn was taken away from Howard and Howard was the biological father, I think it would kill him. I think it's tragic that there's a little girl out there that's going to have to live a life without a mother.
Well, we're talking about the aftermath of Anna Nicole Smith's controversial life and death. Now, Alex Goen and his wife Monique are good friends of Anna's. They both admit that they were disgusted with the outrageous antics displayed at Anna's funeral.
As far as the funeral goes, it was a circus. The media frenzy was beyond anything I could ever imagine. I remember driving in a limo and looking on the road, and you had cherry pickers with cameras on them, scaffolding with cameras. It was absolutely extraordinary.
When you first walked in, it looked like a wedding. There were beautiful pink roses all in the pews. There was a whole gospel choir.
Unfortunately, the funeral started late. Virgie arrived at the church service late. And when she walked in, she seemed to try to time her walk in to the time that Anna Nicole was about to be brought down in the casket. This was not the place to make that kind of entrance.
It's tradition that you take a little scoop of dirt and put it over the grave. She did more than 3 or 4 and there was stamping on the ground, just overcompensating burying her daughter. It was disturbing.
They lowered Anna's casket. It really hit home. I will never see her again. First time Anna and I met was the beginning of 2003. Anna was clearly surrounded by people that used her over and over and over again. I discovered the Anna Nicole on TV was not the Anna Nicole in person. The person that I got to know had a real passion for animals, had a real passion for a child. I really admired how passionate she was about her work with Trim Spa. She would do autograph sessions, and it didn't matter if we were 4 hours late. She would sign until the last person got an autograph.
When I first met Anna, the preconceived notion was, oh my gosh, she's going to be wild. But she was very professional, respectful, beautiful. I think that was tragic that no one got to see the actual human side of Anna.
A lot of people have talked about how Howard is in control of the relationship. That certainly is not what I saw. Anna wore the pants in the relationship, and Howard was the doting person in the relationship. He cared about Anna tremendously.
Howard waited on her hand and foot and adored her.
I think that Howard is under an extraordinary amount of stress right now, and I'm genuinely worried about him.
Howard is handling everything like robot mode. He has no time to grieve.
No one ever says Howard is grieving the loss of 2 people in his life. They're just trying to demonize Howard. It's a person like Howard that you worry that he's not going to give you any signs whatsoever that he's going to lose it.
Well, Alex, tell me what was so over the top and outlandish about the funeral. You said it was awkward and uncomfortable.
It became a media circus. It was without question beyond anything I imagined. The kind of coverage, according to the media, Anna's funeral got twice the coverage that President Ford's funeral got earlier or last year. It was quite extraordinary from that perspective. I guess the other part of it was you had 3 parties there, and it would have been much more civilized if all 3 parties cooperated. Virgie clearly didn't have that many people to invite to the funeral. Howard had a lot of people that he wanted to bring to the funeral. However, each party was only allowed to have 50 people each. Larry Burkhead cooperated with Howard and allowed Howard to have 45 of the tickets, and Virgie wouldn't allow Howard to have any of the tickets, and it was unfortunate.
Both of y'all know Howard and are worried about him.
My biggest concern is when he thinks his work is done, as far as explaining to the media, he just feels there probably won't be a reason to live anymore. And I'm afraid for that.
But what about the baby? I mean, y'all believe that Howard is a father, correct?
I certainly believe Howard is a father. When I talk to Howard, when I talk to Larry, he's also very convincing. And sometimes when I talk to Larry, I believe he's the father. I certainly think that there should be a DNA test.
A DNA test is ordered in the Anna Nicole Smith paternity case. A judge in the Bahamas just mandated a DNA test on Dannielynn, the baby, to see whether or not Larry Burkhead is her father.
We're told ex-boyfriend Larry Burkhead pumped his fist and jumped in the air as he left the closed-door hearing. He's been asking for that DNA test for months.
Okay, we need to bring some other people into the conversation. Joining us straight from Broward County, Florida, are Larry Burkhead's attorneys Susan Brown and Nancy Haas. They are here to bring us the information on the rulings concerning baby Dannielynn.
Yes. Our client, Larry Burkhead, had filed a fraud action related to the birth certificate, which names Howard Stern as the father of Dannielynn.
You guys have filed for no shared custody, right?
Of course, there's only one parent at this point. There's only a father. Shared custody is when you have a mother and a father, or two parents who are acting as parents. But we have here is there's only one father of this child. Larry Burkhead says he's 100% sure it's him.
All right, well, Susan, earlier in the show today, Bonnie Stern claimed that Howard is cooperating and that he has talked to Larry and said, let's settle this paternity thing. Let's go get this done outside of the media circus and get this resolved. Do you know that to be accurate or not?
The truth of the matter is that Howard Stern was given the opportunity to undergo paternity testing in the court in California, in the court in Florida. He refused. There's no behind-the-scenes espionage going on.
If Howard is the father and he believes that, why in the world would he not just step up and say, here's my DNA, let's get this over in 48 hours?
Read between the lines. It's obviously because he knows he's not the father and he doesn't want to acknowledge he's not the father. As Judge Seidlin said during our hearing, take the test, answer the question. And he's not doing that, which is quite suspect.
Do you believe that Larry would allow Howard to be involved with the child after a transfer of custody or not?
Legally, we don't have visitation, at least in Florida, we don't have visitation by non-parents, and he would really be a stranger. It's not like Mr. Stern would be a grandparent or an uncle or an aunt. I think Larry absolutely wants to do what's in the best interest of the child.
Well, he's not completely a stranger because he does have custody now and he is the executor of the estate.
I meant legally a stranger. He's not a relative. He's not a step-parent. He's a man who, in a sense, is holding a child that is the child of another man.
I got you.
I mean, would you give a kidnapper visitation?
Do you regard Howard as a kidnapper at this point, at least as having illegal custody because of the fraud contention regarding the birth certificate?
A kidnapper is a very strong word. I think that they should step up to the plate, get this baby tested, and give the baby to its rightful father.
Susan Brown and Nancy Haas, I hope and I know you guys will stay the course because what you're asking to be done is the only thing that's going to clear this up and allow this child to get on with her life. So thank you very much for being here.
Thank you.
All right, we got to take a break. Coming up, when do the tragedies in this story stop? There have been 2 funerals already. We don't want more. Can all these opposing sides come to a compromise for the sake of this baby so the child can become the focus? We'll be right back.
DrPhil.com brought to you in part by
Cash Call can put thousands of dollars in your checking account by tomorrow based on trusting you. With no security of any kind, just your signature. Make the cash call at 877-860-CASH.
Travel consideration provided by
From Jennifer, get 2 microfiber recliners for just $2.99. It's the lowest price ever. Both recliners for $2.99. More comfort, more value. Jennifer Convertibles.
Tomorrow on Dr. Phil. This mom is a drill sergeant when it comes to homework.
Have you said to him, you look like you're retarded?
No.
Now, the fight that broke out during commercial break.
I'll stop arguing with you if it makes for good TV.
No. That doesn't intimidate me one bit. Your son needs help. The camera doesn't lie. The dialogue doesn't lie. This is live, lady. This is happening right here, right now.
A Dr. Phil confrontation. That's tomorrow.
We're bringing you up to date with a story that continues to keep the nation interested, the controversy surrounding Anna Nicole Smith. Now, my interest in it is really pretty singular in nature, and that's for the welfare of this child. Now, at this point, does everybody involved in this, I mean, you guys are close friends of Anna Nicole's, as were you. You guys knew or worked with her before this and have been involved in the story. Does everybody agree that this situation needs to get resolved to determine who the biological father is? I mean, people speculate about it. You know, they say a picture can sometimes be worth 1,000 words, and we've pulled some interesting close-up photos of baby Dannielynn, as well as a young Howard and a young Larry. Okay, here's Dannielynn with younger Anna and with younger Larry. Okay, so there's Mom, there's Larry, okay. And baby Dannielynn with a younger Anna and a younger Howard. I don't know. What do you think?
Like Mom.
Pardon me?
She looks like Mom.
Well, that doesn't help. That's no clarity. You know, my concern is, you know, as Alex, as you and Monique are saying, and Bonnie is saying, yeah, it's hard to grieve in a situation where everything is swirling around everybody involved. You know, Howard has lost here, Larry has lost here, and in the middle of all of this is this child. And the child doesn't have the voice, doesn't have the vocabulary, because I just know if that baby could, I just know that that baby would stand up and just yell, stop. Everybody just stop. And just go away and let this situation get resolved. Somebody is the biological father here, and here's what needs to happen in my view. Number one, media, no media, I mean, the media, it can't get any more white hot. The DNA tests need to be done, whether it needs to be Howard, whether it needs to be Larry, Howard and Larry, whatever. That needs to be done so there can be a determination who the biological father is. Once that's done, then there needs to be a home study done to determine whether or not there's any reason that that person is not a fit father. And I have absolutely no reason to believe that Larry or Howard, either one, have any problem with fathering this child. So I don't expect that to be a problem. But what needs to happen is you need to find out who the father is, make sure that person is ready, willing, and able to care for this child, and then take the child off the radar. Take the child out of the media. Take the child behind, because very soon, this baby is going to be old enough to be aware of what's going on. And so that just seems to me that that can happen right now very clearly. We'll be right back. I want to thank all of my guests that are here today. I think everybody here that I've talked to today shares my common interest that this baby be taken care of and that Howard get the support that he needs in fathering this child right now. And I'm glad you're in his life, Bonnie, and there to help out. We will do more on this story in the coming weeks, so please stay tuned, as obviously things change quickly. Thanks for being here. So long. I want to thank all of my guests that are here today. I think everybody here that I've talked to today shares my common interest that this baby be taken care of and that Howard get the support that he needs in fathering this child right now. And I'm glad you're in his life, Bonnie, and there to help out. We will do more on this story in the coming weeks, so please stay tuned, as obviously things change quickly. Thanks for being here. So long.